Like all people that support freedom, I did not want professional help. I did not want professional help. Mind you, I suffer an illness that requires the most serious professional mental help. The absolute most serious professional mental help. Or amongst the most serious. But, like supporting freedom, I did not want to get help. Because, like everybody else, two reasons. I don't believe there's anything wrong with me. And I don't want anything to be wrong with me. So, yes, I will read what people say. I will listen to what people say. And I will read about the illness on Google. And the illness will tell me the symptoms. And I do not want those symptoms to match my behavior because I do not want to have the illness. And therefore, I do not want professional help. But what makes me consider that I may be wrong are two people. Two people made me believe, two people in my life, when I am in crisis, when I am fully delusional and fully objective to the fact that I should get professional help for an illness. And those two people are the court. So I spent a year in the hospital not receiving treatment at all because I appealed to the Supreme Court of Canada. And when I got the ruling back saying I need to get help and medication to be allowed to be released from the hospital, then I went without a fight. The whole time I was in the hospital, I was fighting. They put you in restraints. If you don't take the medication, they will put you in restraints. And I was in restraints. And other people were in this, many other people were in restraints as well. Fighting. But the second I got those court papers back, I was so confident that everybody was wrong in the hospital, and my logic, my arguments would win in the court of law, which is separate from the mental health doctors and nurses. It's lawyers. But when I got those papers back and they said I do need medical treatment, I went without a fight. I got my first injection, and after that, continued receiving help for the next 10 years. Before then, I was dodging appointments. I was withdrawing myself from the hospital. I was leaving without medication. I was avoiding. I didn't want treatment. I didn't want help. I didn't want to be sick, and I didn't want to seek help. But when the court tells me I'm wrong, that's the fucking law. I literally went to court over this. I didn't argue with the doctor. I didn't argue with my mom. I didn't argue with my best friend. I didn't argue with my brother, with my sister. I argued with the Supreme Court of Canada. And the Supreme Court of Canada told me I need treatment. So then I accepted it. The other person one may listen to is their spouse. I believe if I had a spouse at the time and my spouse told me, because your spouse loves you unconditionally, if my spouse told me, not a parent, not a cousin, not a sibling, not a family member, not a friend, not a relative, if your spouse tells you you need help, now I don't know if spouses will even tell you you need help. Spouses may just support you no matter what, no matter how toxic you are. But if a spouse tells you you need help, and that would take it a spouse with some knowledge and experience in the mental health system, if a spouse tells you you need help, I believe you would believe them as well. Because when I was in the hospital, there was another group of patients who I argued with as well. I said, I don't want the medication. And they literally told me, they said, yes, myself, I also don't want the medication. However, if I don't get the medication, my wife has problems. If I can't sleep, I can't support my wife. If I have symptoms, my wife can't sleep. I can't take care of my wife. Not children, not whatever. I can't take care of my wife. I can't sleep. My wife can't sleep. And I can't take care of my wife if I don't get the medication. That's what they fucking told me. So I believe if your spouse tells you you need help, or if the Supreme Court tells you need help, those are two people you will believe. Those are two people you will believe because you're so convinced in your head. No doctor is going to tell you something else. No nurse, no friend, no sibling, no relative. Only a spouse or the Supreme Court of Canada will change your mind and get you to accept treatment.